Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Renew Your Mind podcast. Thank you all so much for subscribing, for being here, for listening, for supporting. We're so glad to have you. So today we have a wonderful, wonderful guest. I'm super excited. Our Londoner. Are you from London, London town?
London town.
But we have Elena here to join us. So we always like to introduce our guests or let our guests introduce themselves. So could you please introduce yourself to the audience? Tell us anything you'd like us to know about you.
Hiya. So my name is Elina. I'm from London. Recently turned 30. Yeah, I just work. Woo-hoo, big trio, third floor. Crazy. 1 minute you're 13, next minute you're 30. You're like, how did I get here? Anyways, we give glory to God regardless. Regardless. But wow, 30. Anyways, um, by day, I am a legal researcher, and by night slash when I have annual leave, I am a gallivanter. Um, affectionately referred to as Omar because I'm actually never in one place. Recently hit my 50th country, which I'm very happy about.
Yo,
Um,
that's amazing.
I know,
That's amazing.
yeah. Oh, and I started traveling. I think eight. This will be my 8th year. I think I started
Yeah,
traveling out of university.
2017. Like,
20,
yeah. Eight,
2017, yeah.
yeah. Because I think that's when you started your blog around that time, or maybe a
Yes.
year after.
You're there. Oh, my beloved blog. I need to go back to her. I need to,
You did.
you know
Oh my
what?
God.
I need to go back. It's been on my list, but the writer's block, anytime I
Yeah.
sit down, I'm like, I don't know what to write.
You know
I don't
what,
know
girl?
what to write.
I would suggest just free flow. Even maybe sometimes, maybe when you're traveling, you're in the country you are, just start writing on your notes. I
Yeah.
understand because it's a problem. But
No
for me,
problem.
like what I find is as well, don't put yourself under pressure. Just okay, take
Mm,
the time to say, okay, what do I want to communicate, or just like be inspired. Like don't stress yourself out. Honestly,
yeah,
yeah.
it's true.
We'll
I'm
talk
gonna
about
try
this
and
off
be.
camera.
Okay, I know, don't worry. But yeah, that's basically me.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. And congrats to you, class of 1996. It is
Yes,
well. We shall be.
our time has come.
It really has. But no, thank you for that wonderful introduction. And kind of as custom is here on the podcast, one of the things we always like to ask our guests is what is one thing you're using to currently renew your mind in this season? So that can be anything. It could be a podcast you're listening to, a book you're reading, music, any kind of content that's helping you to, get your mind right and get you in the right state that you're supposed to be in.
So I guess it sort of counts, but I think once I turn 30, I've decided I want to be a bit more intentional about this year. So I saw this thing on TikTok where this guy basically makes a magazine for like his whole entire year in summary, and I've decided that this season that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So which links nicely into me trying to get through my writer's block.
Mm,
So it's just more about trying to like curate my life with a bit more intention.
yes.
Even if it's like putting myself out there doing things I wouldn't normally do for the sake of having an article to write, or even if
Mhm.
like being a bit more intentional about like the things I consume. So like on Instagram, I have a
Mhm.
folder called like For the Love of It, and it's basically just like
Mhm.
filled with things I see when I'm doom scrolling ultimately. But I like
Yeah.
it, whether it's a cute picture or it's like a funny video, reel, or like a comment. I just save it
Yeah.
into that folder, and then at the end of the month, I go through and like decide which ones I want to put in my magazine ultimately. Um, yeah,
Um,
even just like even finding new ways to like add to the magazine. So I've decided that maybe I might pose random questions to my friends and see what they say, see if I can
mhm.
interview them for something, put that into the magazine. I just like forcing myself to
Yeah.
sit down and actually like be more intentional and reflective about my life. That's something I realized I struggled with in my 20s,
Mm.
being reflective. I would just do it like, okay, I've done it. What's next? That's how I ended up in 50 without knowing I got there. I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, I
We
don't
all
sit
live the same life. We all live the same life.
like I
Crazy.
don't sit down to reflect. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I did this. Like anytime my mom's like, Elina, every 2 seconds you're traveling, I'm like, what do you mean? Then I sit down and look at everywhere I've been in that calendar year. I'm like, oh, I see.
Oh, oh.
So I'm trying to get rid of that oh and be like, hey, no, I know I did this. I remember
I
this.
see.
It's not a
Yeah.
surprise when someone reminds me that I did X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm currently doing to renew my mind. So I guess being more creative. I guess.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think being living intentional, living a life of intention. That's just it. And
Yeah.
you're hitting the nail on the head. And I think a lot of people can relate with this. Like just being intentional how you creating your life. I think that's kind of where we're all at this stage. Like I think maybe end of last year or yeah, sometime last year, I had one of my friends on the podcast as well, and we talked about living a wonder filled life where you live life with wonder, where you're not always waiting for the next thing. Like you actually just take time to enjoy where you are currently, presently, and I love that you're doing that, like with memories. And I think like places like Instagram, that's what it's supposed to be used for, where you're creating memories. Like that's what I use my Instagram page for, honestly, my personal one. I put
Mhm.
things that bring me joy. If I want to dance, I would dance. I put dance video there so that when
Uh-huh.
life is life, and I can go be like, oh, look at life.
Uh-huh. That's why you
That's
have
what it should
to.
be for.
That's what it's
Like,
for. That was the genesis of Instagram ultimately. Then everyone
yeah,
started to come with their filters and their curation. It's too much. Like someone else looking for fun has now pressure. Pressure. I
pressure.
just want to enjoy it. I don't understand.
We're not professionals. We're just here to have a good
That's
time,
it.
you know?
I'm just a babe. I just want to post and go about my business. Papa, everything must be
Literally.
fit. I must be doing this style, that style. Oh, getting the lighting, finding the right camera. It's too much.
I beg. Even with this podcast, I honestly, sometimes like that's why it took me a while to start this new season because even like not getting in your head, but some you get jaded, you get tired, you're like, oh, it's not looking perfectly. I
Mm,
want to do this way, I want to do that way. And then obviously technology as well was I had to do a lot of recordings. Well, okay, two recordings that it didn't quite work out. And it gets very frustrating. You're like, I'm doing this as a hobby. Like, why is it
but
becoming work? What is it to try out to make, But honestly, I really enjoy this conversation. I think that, and it's so funny because I remember there was one time on your Instagram, you posted a video of you making a dress. Like you showed us the whole process. I don't know if you remember. Like, you see what I'm saying? The people are watching, I was like, "Ah, you go." No, it was so amazing to see you conceive something in your mind and you're trying to explain that to us. And then you were showing us how you're making the body's dress. I was like, she has talent too. Like, so, live intentionally, curate your memories, okay?
I love it. It's so funny when someone tells me back my feed. It's like I remember posting this, but it's still such a shock. I'm like, oh,
I
people
know.
actually watch. I'm like, wow.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
I promise
wow.
I'm not stalking you, but like
No, it's
legit. And because these are things that bring me joy as well. Like and that's why, I was able to reach out to you because I like things like that where it's like, because I do it too. Like I forget, I
yeah.
do things that you journey, it makes you happy. You do it for joy. And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot I put that out into the world. Like other people can see it and then they can comment on it and talk to me about it. And like, oh, okay. Like, it's a bit awkward, but it's nice. That's how we connect, like as human beings
Yeah.
as well. So, yeah.
You're right. It's important.
You mentioned, so you recently celebrated your 3.0 birthday. Whoop, whoop. What is one thing that you wish you could tell your younger self?
See, funnily enough, there isn't much, only because I recognize that even there's a lot of things I went through when I was younger, but I
Mhm.
appreciate that if I hadn't gone through those things, I wouldn't be who I am today. So even I
Yeah.
think the main thing was like I had the worst anxiety when it came to exams. Oof, worst
Mm.
anxiety. And even though it's very easy for me to be like, oh, take it easy, don't stress. I'm like, I know for a fact that if I didn't stress to the level that I stress, I never would have locked in as hard as I did. So not only would
Yeah.
I not have gotten the grade that I got, I wouldn't be in the job that I am in now. And I also wouldn't
Yes.
have met the people that I did meet because I basically lived in the library.
Mm.
So even though at the time it wasn't an ideal situation to be in, but I can
Yeah.
appreciate looking back on it that
Mhm.
I needed to be in that situation to be where I am now.
Yeah.
So I guess the only thing I probably would tell myself is that it all works out. Just just
Yeah.
just fully enjoy the journey. It all works out.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Come
That's
on. I
honestly
love that.
it
That
all works
that
out.
is, and that's more than enough. It all works out. So any young person reading this, if you're in your 20s, early 20s, it all works out.
It all works out.
It all
You'll
works
put
out.
the work in, Joy. Don't be doing anything and expecting it to work out. You still must do the
Hey,
work. Lay the pavement so you can walk in peace. That's all.
wisdom. Wisdom is I love it. I love how she set it down when you side. Don't do that, but that so until you say you go walk, you're on your own. I absolutely love that. Thank you. Thank you. You have to do disclaimer, but everybody will be thinking that
No, you have
please, I
to.
beg.
Mm-mm. You have to work.
Do not.
He's not just going to arrive at your doorstep anyhow. No, you must work. You
You
must work.
must. Come
Oh,
on, put the elbow grease in. I love it.
mm,
Next question. So can you share and tell us how you got into traveling? So some of the countries that you've been to, you said that you just went to your 50th year. Whoop, whoop, that's amazing. And then maybe list some of your favorite places that you have visited.
okay. So how I got into traveling, funnily enough, was linked to my degree. So I studied law at university.
Nice.
And one of the things, I guess one of the benefits of studying law is that there's always like these networking events where you get to talk to like
Mm,
current lawyers. And anytime I had a conversation with a lawyer, they'd always tell me about like the whole journey into where they are currently, so as associate. And it was
yeah.
literally finish degree, go to law school, do 2 year training contracts, straight into being an associate. And I'm like, huh, are you not tired? Every single person was like, no, I'm tired. I wish I took a break. So then at the end of my second year, I
Mm,
got a 2-2. So I was like, okay, so I have a 2-2. So then basically me applying for grad scheme now for a training
mhm,
contract doesn't really make any sense because more times they want you to have a 2-1. So it's like,
mhm.
regardless, I'm gonna have a year free because the way they did what they do training contracts in the UK is that they recruit 2 years in advance. So you
Oh,
apply it in your second year, so you have it
okay.
once you finish your third year. So it's like
Okay.
since I have to now apply for training contracts in my third year, it means I'm gonna
Mhm.
have a break. So I'm like, I might as well just use that break that year to travel
Yeah. Yeah.
and use that as my break. And that's very much how it started. Very much how it started. I
I
secured
love.
my T1 in my final year, which was great. So
Oh,
then
wow.
that year, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna spend the whole year traveling, and that's
Yeah.
basically what I did. I think it was funny because at the time I started bullet journaling towards the
Mhm,
end of my third year as a way
mhm.
to just like have a creative outlet in the midst of all the like exam stress. And then I
Yeah.
made like a travel log tracker, and then I
Yeah.
just happened to like make 20 boxes. So I was like, okay, so I've now made 20 boxes. Let's do 20 countries in one year. And that's literally how the whole thing started.
Wow.
Right.
Maduro.
I was like, I just drew a table. The table happened to have 20 boxes. I said,
Can you
let me just
imagine?
fill everything in this year. And that's how the whole thing started.
Wow.
Just vibes.
Just vibes. Damn. Okay, just vibes. I
Just
love that.
vibes. It's very much
Wow.
it's a running theme for a
Yeah.
lot of my trips. Just vibes.
Yeah.
The smallest of
Yeah.
breezes will carry me to a very far place. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. It's just so interesting because I think maybe sometimes that's why taking that leap of faith, right? They're just going for it. Then it doesn't. It's like taking off the band-aid, right? The next time it's not as big. Like for
That's
example,
big.
someone that's never traveled before, they're worried about okay, how do I do my itinerary? Where do I go?
Yes.
But for you, like, I've done it so many times. Okay, do this. These are the important things to
Or-
keep in mind. But like like you become a pro at these things, and you don't even
yeah.
realize how many tools you're
Yeah.
building, right? So can you tell us some of the countries that you've been to, or maybe what are some of your favorites and why?
Whew. I think my
I know, yeah,
okay,
top five.
not
Yeah.
not in order,
Okay.
but Taiwan definitely. Taiwan
Mm,
Taipei is definitely my favorite city. I love that
okay.
place.
Wow.
Um, Famously went back for a weekend because life was life in this UK. So I said bye.
Mado.
Goodbye.
Hey.
I
God
said once
when.
I will go where Joy resides. At the time, Joy resided in Taipei. So I said, okay, how much is
Book
the
me
last minute?
ticket.
I said, I'm gonna go because even though like the flight wasn't that crazy in comparison, you would surprisingly like I booked it on I think Monday afternoon at 1 p.m. and I flew
Yeah.
out Wednesday 10 a.m. and I was
Wow.
back that Monday in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, life was
Hey.
like
Hey.
I have no regrets. I mean, because I was there previously because I did a mini gap, not mini gap, yeah, like a mini tour through like Southeast Asia.
Okay.
Um, So I started in Japan. It was started in Japan, went down to Taipei, and then I did Palau, did South
Mm.
Korea for a day. I
Oh,
did Hong Kong, and I think that was it. Yeah. So I already had been to Taipei.
wow. I'm in shock. I'm in awe.
That
I'm in.
was a logistical nightmare to plan. I think I
Yeah,
was going
I
for
can
5
imagine.
weeks in total.
Oh wow.
Right. It
Hey.
was fun, stressful, very stressful. I'm glad I
Yeah.
did it in hindsight, but the amount of
Yeah.
things that were going wrong, oh my god! I said my enemies have come with me on this trip.
Hey, Jesus.
They cannot succeed. Ha ha
Wow. Yeah.
what? after the other. I said, wow, I'm just collecting L's left, right, and center. I said, what is going
You
on?
know,
What have I offended? Papa.
and you know, the funny thing, I've heard so much like good things about Japan. One of my colleagues actually is trying to like push me to go to Japan. She's like, go, go, go. She's like, everybody she knows, she'll be telling us Japan, Japan. I say, what is in Japan? Japan is not even in my radar. But because she said it, now I'm
Yeah,
thinking about it. I'm like, ah, maybe, like I don't know. But that's so interesting that, and
Japan is
it's so
fun.
one thing you said about like in terms of the leg that you were doing, right? Because logistically I'm thinking about, okay, like are you packing a box, where are you keeping your box, how are you, like I'm just there's I have so many questions that I feel like maybe we'll talk about this offline, because I feel like it's just so much to get into, and if anyone's interested, if you're open to it, they can reach out to you. Are you thinking about doing like a business in this arena? I'm like,
I don't
because
know.
you still have a lot to say.
I don't
I mean,
know.
let's not put that out there. Let me not put that on you. But I really feel like,
I have thought about it. Maybe
mhm,
like a consultancy sort of thing. Like if you want to do like a big trip
yes,
where you want to hit
yeah,
multiple countries or like
yeah,
maximize your time, like just figuring out the logistics for you. Maybe
yeah,
something along that. I like just
yeah,
doing like guides here and there. That's
yeah.
but I haven't sat down to really think about like how it would look.
Going there,
Um,
yeah,
but it's something I've pondered.
yes. Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay, so we know for sure. So Taipei, Taiwan is one of your favorite. I would
Yes.
not have guessed. I would not have guessed, but
You know
I
what?
guess.
It's the thing I love about Taipei is that it's basically it's like the London of Asia, if you ask me personally. In the sense that
Okay.
it's a huge melting pot. Like you got a bit of Japan there, you've got a bit of Hong Kong, you got a bit of China. Like everything is just in Taipei, and it's like it's
Okay.
very easy to get around. Even with the language barrier, everyone's really lovely. The food is
Yeah.
great. It's not that expensive. Never
Okay.
really felt free. I never ever felt unsafe at any point. Yeah, it's just convenience. It's just
Hmm.
convenient. It's a nice hub to get to different places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love Japan's great. I would recommend going to Japan once. Just know that place will finish your money.
Hey, that's another. Thank you. I look at
Yo,
I say, are we earning the same? Because I'm like,
oh,
auntie, oh, Max is just moving Japan, Japan. I'm like,
will finish your money. I remember, 'cause I think the first time I went to Japan was on my gap year, so it was my 20th
yeah,
country.
yeah.
Funnily enough, the only reason I wanted to go to Japan is because I had Wagamama's the first time. I said, I love
I'm
this udon. Let's go to its country of origin. That's how I ended up in Japan. Like I said, vibes. And I went. And I think like the first day I was there, I blew
yeah.
through half my cash. I remember
No way.
'cause I stayed in a hostel. I remember I was in the bathroom. I was just sitting on the heated toilets. So delightful experience. And I was just counting my cash. I said, half is missing. I was counting. I said, Elina, what have you spent half your money on day one? That's how I need Japan. Not your mate. Please, if you're not careful, it will finish your money. Because there's so
Wow.
much to see, there's so much to do, and there's so much to buy. Like if
Yeah.
you are a shopper, it is your paradise. But
Yeah.
you'll be thinking, oh, 1,000 yen, 10,000 yen, the whole thing, your
Yeah.
money will finish.
Oh
Money
gosh.
will finish, finish. But it's a lot of fun though. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I
Um,
think she likes buying souvenirs. That's probably why she was recommending Japan.
Another top five, Samoa. I love Samoa.
Oh, oh wow.
I had such a great time in
Okay.
Samoa.
What
Yeah.
is that in like New Zealand?
It's I think
Oh,
2 hours from New Zealand. It's like it's that
oh,
side of
okay.
the world. It's only because I was
Yeah.
in New Zealand. And I said, oh, let me go to Samoa. Even that one, it's because they were
Mm,
like, so like some people might know, but like on Google Maps, you can like pin locations. And that's
yeah.
normally
Yeah.
how I tend to like, plan my trips. I tend to just like, if I see like a video or something, I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me pin it. So if I do end up going to that country, I know there's
Yeah.
something there I want to do. So like
Yeah.
because my old manager mentioned that like if I was ever in like New Zealand, that side of the world, it's always worth checking to see if you can like jump over to any of the islands because you're there, so
Yeah.
you might as well. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let me see where I can jump over to. So when I was like looking at New Zealand, I zoomed out of my map and there was just
Yeah.
one pin floating in the ocean. I said, what's this pin for? I zoomed in and it was on Foodland in Samoa. I said, what's Foodland in Samoa? For the
Yeah.
life of me, I could not tell you why I pinned this pin. And I think when I pinned it initially, Google didn't have the function where you can add a note. So I
Yeah.
just didn't know why I pinned it. But I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in New Zealand. I might as well just go and see why I pinned it.
It
So
goes-
that's
yeah.
how I ended up in Samoa. Turns out, I
Wow.
think I lived there like months later. That the reason
Mm.
I had accidentally pinned Foodland in Samoa, I was supposed to pin Foodland in Hawaii, which is basically like a major super,
Imagine.
yeah, where you can buy like Pokeballs from. So the pin was supposed to go to Hawaii, but it went to Samoa. But God knows what he's doing, Sha. So I had to the colors are colors in Samoa is just different.
Oh,
The blues are
wow.
blue, the greens are green, the water
Oh, you
is twinkling like a diamond. Like
love
I said,
it.
oh, I said I love Samoa. Like the peace I felt in Samoa,
Yeah,
unrivaled.
it's
I
like a
love that place.
paradise.
If only it was closer, I would get back. But it's
was,
very,
and that's already
very,
2 days. Like I'm pretty sure that's like literally opposite ends of the world.
mm-hmm, it's very far.
Ah,
So
wow.
where are we? We're on Taipei, we're on Samoa. Where else? Let me get a European one in there. I think my favorite European city, oh, Zagreb, which is a niche one in
Oh,
Croatia. Very, very niche.
oh, yeah.
Only because it has my favorite museum and my favorite burger. Literally the only
Okay.
reason. But it's a lovely place, very
Oh,
peaceful.
yeah.
Food is great. People are lovely. There's if you're into history and
Mm-hmm.
architecture, there's lots to
Yeah.
see and do around there.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice, quick place in Europe to go to like just
Yeah.
escape the hustle and bustle of London and just I don't
Yeah.
know, look kind of like be at peace and just like chill. Um, but I also like the fact that my favorite museum is there, and it's just a great museum. The Museum of Broken Relationships, that's what it's called.
Okay.
It's basically a museum that is dedicated to like collecting artifacts from all corners of the world of
Oh,
people, yeah, that artifacts that people have held on to at the end of a relationship, and they're finally like ready to like let go of it. So they send it into the museum with a story. So it's basically
oh,
just like go through that. So if you love gist, you'll love that museum. Some of the stories are like wow, like
crazy.
super heartbreaking, but some you're like, dear people, because wow, we.
that
But
big. Ah, oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
think that's my favorite European city.
Wow.
Where else have I enjoyed? Oh, there's so many places. I don't know my
Anywhere
favorite.
in the Americas, North Americas, give us some. Give us something now.
Ah, you people don't have much. I'm
Wow!
so
Disrespect.
sorry.
Are we gonna take this? Are we gonna
I'm
take this from her?
so
No, no,
sorry.
no.
I'm so sorry. I mean, so in America, I've only done New York, Boston, and Houston briefly. New
Houston. Okay.
York is like London with terrible transport, quite frankly, and more
Yeah.
people, quite frankly. Boston, in the nicest way, no offense to people from Boston, there isn't much to do. There isn't much to do in your city. Like
Yeah.
you people, you really enjoy queuing. Like that North Quarter, I really queued. And the cash situation, I said, please, we're actually in 2020, I think 2024 at this point. Why is it still
Yeah.
by fire, but must pay with cash? And it's not like it's a small amount. And then
Yeah. I don't
Houston,
know.
they don't know how to drive. You guys you must do better. You are terrible drivers. Everyone is so angry. Like I'm trying to exit the
Wow.
freeway, not
Yeah.
because I need to change lanes, not because I'm trying to overtake you, but because I need to
Yeah.
exit. My exit is there. I need to go. Instead of
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
to allow us, you're speeding up. For what?
To show
Everyone is,
dominance.
but I need to exit. Like, not only am I trying to exit, everyone is going above the speed limit, and the speed limit is already high. So it's like if
Yeah.
I miss the exit, I have to continue going, and the
Go.
road is wide, especially
Yeah.
coming from like the UK. Our motorways are narrow. The
Yeah.
UK's motorways in Houston are like double what
It's,
we have in the UK. So I'm like, you know how many lanes I have to cross to get to my exit, and you're stopping me. This thing is imminent. I need to leave. That's how I almost missed my flight twice out of Houston because these drivers would not allow me to pass.
hey, yeah.
My
Wow.
dear,
I'm
my
sorry on their behalf, but I can't speak for them because us Canadians we don't do that. We don't do that.
God, the Canadians, I love you
Well,
guys. Thank you.
respectable. Thank you.
But
Thank
Houston, you
you.
people, you need to do
It's
better. You need to do better. Okay, fairly speaking, mm, Trinidad is part of North America. Yes, it is.
not
Yeah,
Caribbean.
Caribbean is part of
Yeah.
North. What is South?
Is
No, I think
it?
that's
It's South America because it's in the Caribbeans, right? It's not. It's
yeah.
not North. It's not. Hey, no, no,
No,
no. Catch my. It's not North America. I'm like, that's the Caribbeans. That's like, it
The
might be with
Caribbeans,
them.
are they South Americans or North Americans?
Caribbeans sometimes can be South America. Let me just double check before I give
Just double
false
check.
information. We're all learning. This is
We're
also a
all
learning.
learning. 'Cause I think Jamaica is North America, I think.
Oh no, no, these are the Caribbeans for sure.
Trinidad, is it North?
Continent. It is Caribbean. South America. Yes, it's in the
South
south.
America.
So it's the
Okay,
US territory. Yeah. So
okay,
North
South America.
America is Canada and Antarctica.
Antarctica.
America is it not? I think so. The
Antarctica
North
will be,
Am-
Antarctica can't be North. Must be South.
and
No, Antarctica is its own continent.
oh, you know what? Sorry, my bad. You're right. Yeah, yeah, it is. So the US is North America.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Bermuda, Canada, Greenland, Saint Pierre, and Miquelon. So Middle America includes Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean. I
Okay.
always thought the Canada was like it's by itself, but I guess not. We are merged with Middle America, Caribbean, Central America, and Northern America. That's all that continent.
Yes. Interesting, right?
I
Because like
know,
you never
right?
really think of the Caribbean as being part of like North America or South America. You just see them as the Caribbean, but it's like the Caribbean actually isn't a continent. But
Well,
they have to be somewhere.
they
Yeah.
might think we are, but it's not. Let me not
Um,
because yeah.
um, so I think Trinidad will be on that list, mainly
Hmm.
for the memories more than the
Hmm.
country. Also, I didn't actually see the country. I couldn't tell you anything about Trinidad because I went for
And
Trinidad Carnival
I was gonna
last
say, I'm like, you went for the
year.
carnival, didn't you?
For
Yes.
Carnival. I had a time. I had such a time. Even to this day, I still have withdrawal symptoms. If I hear one song, my chest
Wow.
is actually hurt. Oh, I had so much fun. Like I really
Wow. Yeah.
understood the meaning of like letting go and just like being very,
Yeah.
very free and like
Yeah.
just being comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
I have never stepped foot on not in Notting Hill Carnival. I've lived in London basically my entire life. You'll never
Yeah.
catch me at the Carnival. It's too much.
Wow.
Too much.
We went
It
all
was
the
just
way.
us. But when all doing to Trinidad, that's what my
You
mom
know
was
what?
like. She was like,
Your
"Hey, you've never
international
been to
babe.
One Hill Carnival, but you're going all the way
Yeah.
to Trinidad for the Carnival." I said, "No,
Yeah.
so." I
Yeah.
said, "I'm going
You're
to a
not a
carnival."
local champion.
But it was such a beautiful experience. Like everyone was respectful,
Yeah.
everyone was comfortable, not once like feel unsafe, at
Mm,
risk or
that's
anything. I met
important.
amazing people. I just had such a great time. I didn't
Yeah.
sleep a wink whilst I was out there. I'm like, "Sure, it didn't matter. It did not matter." So Trinidad for the memories, like it always have like a very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Um, and then the last one would be my 50th country, Antarctica. Um,
Oh
yeah,
wow. Mado. How was
I said
that?
if I'm 50, I must commit. You know what? It was amazing. I
Wow.
mean, there isn't much to do,
Yeah.
truthfully.
Yeah.
Literally, you're just looking at penguins, seals, icebergs, glaciers, and birds. And if you're lucky, you'll see whales and dolphins.
Wow.
Um, But it was still a lot of fun. Like I had a great time. Like you never really get tired of seeing the whales. You never get tired of seeing the dolphins or the penguins. You know, and it's just a nice experience. It's so peaceful out there, and everything is so white. Well, not everything is so white, but like when you see the whiteness, oh, it's quite pristine. But like when you see it and it's just like white, it's like wow, like God's creation, like just untouched.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah, that would be my fifth favorite because it's a huge achievement in hindsight. A whole
Yeah.
Antarctica. Oh my, I mean,
No.
from London. I do not way over there. Um,
Wow.
but yeah,
No.
that's my
That's
memory.
that's amazing. Like that is. honestly, I feel like you've lived multiple lives. You've actually lived multiple. You've packed, and it's so interesting that it started off just from that conversation you had. In your early 20s, you went for this. You part of you trying to build your career, build your life, right? And you heard something from somebody, you got feedback, and you thought to yourself, "I don't want that for me. I actually want to explore. I want to," and you made that decision. Like it's very hard. Not a lot of people can do that, right? So kudos to you. Like shout out to
Thank
you for doing
you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now our next question. Do you think that traveling is important for widening our scope of life and our mindsets? And
Oh,
in what way?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think especially those of us here in the West, it's very easy for us to look at things through the Western lens. But it's like you
Mhm.
have to remember that the moment you step out of the West is a whole different board game. Like the
Yeah.
things that are important here in the West, they're very
Yeah.
irrelevant when you go outside this country. And it's
Mm.
just bearing that in mind and how
Yeah.
it affects how you interact with people. But it also
Mhm.
does allow you to like give grace when you're out there, especially in
Yeah.
Asia. I think that's the easiest way to
Mhm.
easiest comparison in Asia. So then you give grace because when you experience certain interactions that in the
Yeah.
West we consider like quite rude, but like out there it's like the norm. So if you go to
Yeah.
China, they will push you. They will push you. They just do. It's just what they
There's
do.
a lot of people. Yeah.
Exactly, but it's out there it's a very cultural thing. But in the West
Yeah.
it's seen as very rude. But out there it's just like everyone's pushing. Like the game is the game. If you want to sit down at someone place, that's your business. But you must hustle in China. And it's like understanding that it just enables you to interact with people better. And also
Yeah.
it allows you to go into conversations with people from other cultures with
Mm.
a more open mind to like what they're
Yeah.
saying, their
Yeah.
experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely important for like widening your perspective. Even just seeing how the other side live, you know,
Yeah.
just see like
Exactly.
the changes or the differences and like things that has come in here that
Yeah.
are just not really heard of in other countries or vice versa. Things are very common
Mm.
like other parts of the world that you just don't really see here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely important. It's
Yeah.
definitely important. Yeah.
Credit here was important to travel. Oh,
Travel. My travel whilst we still can because these flight prices are getting crazy.
girl, let's not
It's like
even.
I started traveling at all. Now
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you charging me so much to go down the road? What's happening?
They're trying to make money
Ridiculous.
from you. Yeah,
It's
that's what the
too much.
airlines are trying to do. They're trying to make money
Too
back.
much. Someone can't just travel and enjoy again. It
Yeah.
wants to be for everyone. And the service on the planes has even gone down. So it's like you're charging me more, but you're giving me less. Let's actually be for real. But
Yeah.
it's
Lord
another
help us.
issue for another day.
She said. But I mean, kind of along those lines, right? So our next question is just kind of talking about, how did you plan your trips? And I know for a lot of people, I don't want to just assume, right? There's some people that, like we don't know where this is going to go to, who's going to watch, who's going to listen to it. But my audience, or who I try and target, are people that are, in their young adult years, trying to figure life out. And young adult can be 20 or 18 to 40, 45, as you think that's how you are. But maybe, say for example, you have this desire to travel, you might not necessarily have the means to do it. Or you spoke about the importance of exploring and traveling to get and understand different mindsets. But I also think that sometimes you always think that traveling has to be something big, right? You've done some amazing things, visited really amazing countries, but you can also do that locally within your local vicinity, right? So how do you go about planning your trips? You said vibes, yes, but I'm sure there's a lot of work that goes into it as well. Once you've picked what country you're going to, you have to do your research. Yeah, it's not that you can't just say, I'm just gonna go,
It's a lot
So
of
can you
work.
take us through?
So when I started traveling, there was no such thing as TikTok. There was no such thing as travel talk. Like if I wanted to see
Mm,
what other people were doing, I either had to go onto Facebook or
wow,
start watching YouTube videos.
wow,
Which to be fair, I did quite enjoy.
yeah,
I think mainly because the desire, I guess the benefit of doing long form is that it gives you more space to actually talk about why you like certain things. So
yeah,
that's how I mainly did my research. I'll just watch a bunch of videos and see what
yeah,
other people were basically doing and basically go from that. But then I'd also
yeah,
go into the comment section because in the comment sections where you find the locals and the locals will
mm,
basically back check what's being said in the video. So if
yeah,
someone says something in a video and the locals are like, that's actually not that good. The spot is very touristy, this and the other. You're
yeah,
better off going to here. I'll just
yeah,
go there instead. Or like
mm,
sometimes locals will just give you like local tips, whether it's like safety or areas to go, areas not to stay, this and the other. Um,
yeah,
That's very much how I did most of my research back then. And then, like I
Mhm.
mentioned before, when it came to actually like planning it, I wouldn't surprisingly, I wouldn't consider myself to be a type A sort of person when it comes to planning. Very much
Okay.
type B, very much vibes, but vibes with a bit of direction.
Yeah.
I would very much utilize Google Maps, and I would
Okay.
literally just pin everywhere that I want to go. But I would
Yeah.
never really like have a strict plan. Like today, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, da da da. No, no. Usually, on the day I wake up, I'll open my map. I'll be like, okay, where do I want to go today? And I'll literally
Yeah.
just work my way around getting through all the pins, and that's very much how I plan my trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I definitely do. You definitely don't need a lot of money to travel because when I first started traveling, I was doing it on a budget. Like I was working minimum wage. I was working 0 hour contracts. That's how I funded my gap.
Mm.
Yeah, I was working like a donkey. I was doing multiple shifts back to back. I hustled, my dear. That period.
Hospitals.
Like literally, what was it? Here's the Tesco. I said every little helps. Every little helps. If I
Does
saw one
help. Yeah.
street, I picked it up and I put it in my pocket and I took it to the bank at the end of the month to pay my bank account. Because every little does help when it comes to traveling. Like it doesn't like 1p, or maybe not so much 1p now. Like a pound doesn't seem like a lot, but then it
Yeah.
adds up. So like if you save £1 every day, that's £5. That's well, not so much now, but back then that's one night at a
Amazing.
hostel, you know.
Okay.
It might even be like your breakfast when you're out
Yeah.
there, or even just your
Yeah.
transport ticket. And it's like even
Yeah.
though it doesn't seem like a lot, it does add up, and ultimately it's an expense that you've been able to like save, so
Yeah.
it offsets when you're actually out there.
Yeah.
So it's definitely important to be intentional about your money, and it's
Yeah.
again going back to like when you're actually out there, being intentional about what you're actually doing and how that
Mm.
dictates. Like you can very much do everything for free, right? There's
Yeah.
not some cities are better for like free experiences. So London is great if you want to
Yeah.
travel and just for free because we have a lot of things. But if you go to
Yeah.
Europe, for example, they'll charge you €20 to come and look at broken pots. So
Just
you
to
have to
look.
ask
Hey.
pots.
Fair
So like
goes.
you have to you
Goes.
my dear. It's like when it comes to these attractions and paying ones that you have to pay for, you really have to sit down
Yeah.
and ask yourself: Is this something I really, really want to do? Like, is this something I'm actually very
Gotcha.
interested in? Especially if they're going to
Yeah.
charge you 20 USD or 20 euros to enter to look at what a view. We have pictures for that. I don't need to enter myself, you know. So
Go.
it's basically just intentionality, really. So like
Yeah.
I think when I went to New York, I wasn't that interested in seeing the Statue of Liberty. So like I could
Mm.
see it from like a viewpoint that was free. I didn't have to take the boat journey because I wasn't that interested in spending what $25 to get on the boat to
Mm-hmm.
look at a green statue. Truthfully, that $25 I could spend on a meal, which I did. I think I went to Cats and I bought a sandwich, which cost $25.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy. But because I already saved the
Yeah.
$25 from not
That was what
doing
you wanted.
the touristy thing, it worked out. Um,
Yeah.
so you definitely don't need a lot of money to travel. So long as you
Yeah.
have intentionality and you know what you want to do, then it
Yeah.
makes it much easier to travel on a budget. Because ultimately, traveling is about the experience, and everyone has different desires and different things they want to experience. You know, if you want
Yeah.
to do the luxury lifestyle, maybe stay one place and save. But like, if you
Mm.
just want to see a country, you very much can do it on the cheap. Um,
Yeah.
but like again, like you were saying before, you don't actually have to leave the country to like experience new things. You can do it, you know, in your own city. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's easy actually. Let me caveat that. It's actually very easy for me to say that, having grown up and currently live in London. There's a lot for me to do here, but I know
Yeah.
outside of London, it does get a bit more, I guess, difficult to find different
Restricted.
things.
Yeah.
And even though staycations are an option, the amount these lot are charging for accommodation in this UK, I'm like,
Crazy. Might as well book a flight.
right. So definitely do the maths. That's another thing. Do the maths. Like,
Yeah.
yes, the flight might be cheap, but how much is the accommodation? How much is your ground cost? How are you getting about? You
Mm.
know. So like Houston, for
Yeah.
example, like food out in Houston is actually not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. Like it's somewhat
Yeah.
affordable. Um,
Yeah.
but if I want to now take Uber, so yeah,
Mm.
get around with Uber, they're saying that I should give them what 70 USD to get from the airport into town, just one way.
What?
So it's like, huh?
That's crazy.
Even
USD.
to make it cheap, I will spend all my money I have on transport. So it's literally just about considering all the factors that go into traveling. So again, everyone always thinks about, oh, it's a cheap flight. Mm-mm. Just because the flight is
Mm.
cheap doesn't mean the whole trip is cheap. You have to look at
It's gonna be.
accommodation costs. You have to look at food costs. You have to look at how much transport costs. Is transport even easy to get? Like, do I have to download a separate app to get taxi? Do I have to like go
Yeah.
somewhere to get taxi? Is this somewhere I probably should be looking to rent a car?
Yeah.
Our buses need to get around. The buses have like last time. There's a lot of things you have to consider.
Yeah.
But it's just taking the time, and I do think it may be it's a bit more difficult nowadays with TikTok because they
Yeah.
don't give you the full picture, quite frankly.
Yeah.
But again, it's just intentionality. You just have to really sit down and take the time to figure out like what you actually want from this
What
trip
you
and
want to do.
what your pocket can extend to you. Because there's no point bankrupting yourself for the sake of enjoyment. Truthfully,
He's not, because then you come back with Gary and water. Nobody will be there with you.
this
Mm.
is not the economy for it, too. But
You haven't paid your rent or your bills.
can you
Your
imagine? But
Hey,
you're
God,
there going to abuse. To do what? My sister, sit
ah,
down.
respect
Like,
yourself.
respect yourself. I respect your bank. I
I
respect your
respect
bank.
your bank account.
And also, on that point, if you're using credit cards, respect your interest rates. Don't be get into debt for the sake of enjoyment. And I would
Yeah,
not advise it.
yeah,
I would not advise it at all.
at all.
Um,
Neither would I, please. We don't
yeah,
condone
please,
such
let's
behavior.
be responsible with our finances. But it's very much possible in summary to travel and enjoy
Yeah.
yourself abroad on a budget.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think, like, honestly, for me, one of the biggest takeaways from what you said is even from the beginning to now is curating your own life experiences, right? So you want to
Mhm.
travel, do your due diligence. Yes, there's TikTok, but if you really want to go into the nitty gritty, you have to either, like, go, as you said, do the Google reviews, check YouTube videos, all these different things, ask questions. Feel free to reach out to people and ask them clarifying questions, and read through comments, things like that. You have to do your due diligence. Nothing is easy. I think a lot of times, especially because, as you said, TikTok, I even forgot that that's a thing because I don't have TikTok, but I'm sure that even Reels on Instagram where they say, oh, go do this.
Yeah,
Let me tell you about my experience at blah blah blah, and it's like very quick, and then everyone's like, "Oh, I want to go there," but you've not really done the research, not understand that this
exactly.
person's experience is different from yours. Maybe where they're coming from is different from you. What experience are they? What are they hoping to get out of this? What's the
Mm.
outcome? Right, so that will help to guide you as well. All right. So our last question for today is so this an Earth Day is in April. I think April 22nd, I believe. I just wanted to ask, what are your last thoughts on how we can enjoy and explore our world? So today's topic is on, a traveler's guide to exploring our world. So that could be, and the world could mean whatever for everybody, right? So the world, for someone, can be maybe a town or city in Timbuktu or somewhere in, I don't know, Mexico or Malaysia or Canada or the UK, wherever that is. So, kind of any tips or thoughts you have on how we can enjoy and explore our world.
Intentionality, like literally, A, intentionality, and B, just to do it. Sometimes you just have to go outside, like even if it is just go for a
Just a
walk in your local area,
house.
go for a long extended walk, taking a road you've never taken before. You just have to be intentional, curiosity will get you very far in life when it comes to like exploring your world. But
Mm,
also, especially now, climate change is a real thing. Climate change is a
yeah,
real thing, and it
it
is
is.
affecting a lot of countries in a way that
Yeah.
we just don't feel it here in the West.
Mm,
Um, so even just little things that if you can make a more sustainable choice, make it.
yeah.
Um,
Mm,
and even when it comes to traveling, if you can find ways to travel more sustainably or in a way that
yeah.
doesn't impact negatively impact your local the locals, then by all means do it. Like
Yeah.
now, I do try and again do my due diligence, and I won't go somewhere where I know my presence as a tourist is going to hurt the
Mm,
locals. That's like
yeah.
Venice, for example. The tour, listen, Italians, they don't really like the tourists. Some Italian cities do not like the tourists, and I hear it. So I think when I went,
Really.
where was I? Was I Sorrento? No, was it Sorrento? I think the Amalfi Coast. I went to the
Yeah.
Amalfi Coast off season, and apparently they were quarreling with the tourists because there's only one bus that connects the Amalfi Coast to like the main city or main town. I think it's
Oh,
Lucca. That could be wrong. There's only one bus that goes, and it's always packed with tourists. So the locals can't get on, and they can't. I mean, that means they can't get to work. They're delayed in
yeah.
getting home. And as a result, when I went, they refused to sell tourist bus tickets to get back home. So I was
Man.
walking up those hills, going to every single store, begging them, "Do you have a ticket that you can sell me?"
Hey.
Thankfully, a mechanic took mercy, took pity on me and
Yeah.
sold me a. If not, I was thinking, do I have money for a very expensive hotel? Can I afford a taxi? This, that, the other.
Wow.
So it's being more intentional, like, because it's great being a tourist, but you have to remember that you don't live there. You don't live
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So it's like if your tourism is impacting the locals in a negative way, maybe
Mm.
just not necessarily don't go, but maybe
Yeah.
just find a way that you can, I guess, enjoy the space without
Yeah.
impacting
On
the
holiday.
people.
Yeah.
It's sort of like with London. I feel like most Londoners tend to like avoid Leicester Square and Oxford Street because
Yeah.
it's it's
Congested.
traffic. I love it for you guys, but that place for me is hell on earth. Hell on earth. There's
It's
so
too
many people. There's too many people.
yeah.
And it's like I
Yeah.
love that you're here and you're enjoying it, but it's like you have to remember you are here on holiday. I have to live here.
My normal day to day.
I want to get to my destination. You're blocking my path. Please shift to the side. It's just little things like that. Just being mindful
Yeah.
of your environment. Even just standing on the right side of the escalator. Again,
Yeah.
you may not be in a rush, but me, I'm in a rush. Please. Please. Like, it's just little things like that. It's like how you can actually enjoy your space in a way
Yeah.
that I guess allows you to experience whatever you need to experience without impacting the locals in a negative way.
Yeah.
And recycling, why not? Because
Shit.
we have to look after our world. We have to look after the world
Sustainability.
because, yeah, sustainability is a big thing, and it's a very real thing.
Yeah.
So if there's any way you can, I guess, just even little changes you can make to be more sustainable, by all means, make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that answers your question.
Yeah, no, it does. Because I mean, you can't explore what isn't even there, right? So, yeah,
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
you
I think there's
really
even one country in the Pacific Islands
mhm.
that they predicted that like within the next 20 or maybe 50 years they'll be underwater because of rising sea levels. What
Yeah,
country? I don't remember the country. But it's an issue. Even with Antarctica, I was speaking to one of the guides out there. He's a micro
yeah,
a biologist, a marine biologist, and he was like
yeah,
he's been doing the Antarctic voyages for the past 20 years. And they asked him
yeah,
what the key difference is between his first voyage 20 years ago and now, and he was like
yeah.
Antarctica is getting very green. It's like more green than it was 20 years ago, and it's like
Oh,
even though Antarctica very much is its own continent, so it will be a
yeah,
while before climate change basically melts all
like
the
it.
ice caps.
Yeah.
Um, they are still melting, and it's like it is
Wow.
still it's not as white as it should be.
Yeah.
So these are things to consider.
Hmm.
Yeah, 'cause even when it comes, even like pollution, like actual like pollution in the sky, atmosphere pollution,
Yeah.
human
Yeah.
pollution is a real thing. Like there's so many people traveling nowadays, which is great, but there's
Yeah.
like everyone is flocking to one area, and it's like do they even have the infrastructure to support all these people? Japan is actually a good example. So many people are going to Japan that the
Yeah.
locals are struggling to keep up with all the tourists. And like no one's
Wow.
saying don't go to Japan, but maybe just like spread it out. Instead of just going all
Yeah.
this spending all this time in Tokyo, maybe go to Tokyo, Osaka, maybe go
Hmm.
down, go I don't know, go to oh I have forgotten all the places in Japan. But there's other places in the country. And Tokyo are the main three places. And
Oh,
then
okay.
there's here. Oh, let me not disgrace myself. There's a lot of places in Japan to travel to. That's what I'm trying to say. So like, just try and just be mindful of the fact that you don't have to flock where they tell you to flock. By all means, go and visit. But it's again linking back to um being intentional about what you want from traveling and like traveling where you have interest. Like if you are interested in nature,
Yeah.
Japan is full of nature. So like you're not
Hmm.
gonna get nature. Well, not gonna get that much nature in Tokyo, but you will get nature if you go further down south. It's just
That's
little
true.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Those are my tips and tricks.
Well, there we have it. That's a traveler's guide to exploring our world. So go explore. Go outside, guys. Go outside.
Go outside, touch grass,
Get
smell the air,
exactly. Smell the air. Get some
smell
oxygen.
the
We'll get
air.
to the spring.
And if
And
you
I
live in a
think
big city, get outside of the big city and smell some unpolluted air.
that's
Yes,
key. That's the
sir.
clock into that one.
For sure.
But no, thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you
for
for
coming
having me. This
on.
was fun.
I'm so yeah. I had a lot of fun. Like feel free if you want to come back. Anytime. Just let me know.
Just
But
send me the
if
invite. I'll be there.
I mean, if you're open, how would you like the audience to connect with you? If maybe to see in, you said your blog's gonna, you thinking about getting your blog back. If
Yes.
that's something you want to share with the people.
So there is so there is a blog that I am
Yeah.
hoping to come back to doing this year.
Yeah.
However, it's been a while since I've touched that blog to the point that I actually forgotten the blog.
Oh my god!
I know it's
It'd be like
Omar Galavant. Maybe it's Omar Galavant. Or was it Live Your Best Life?
it was Omega Levan. It was
It's
Omega
Omar
Levan for sure.
Galavant.
It
Okay,
was
I think
Omega
it's Omar
Levan.
Galavant at WordPress. I would imagine if you go into WordPress and you just type
Yeah,
in Omar Galavant, you will see the
it will
page.
show up. Don't worry,
Um,
I'm a follower, so I'll link it. You
thank
see it in
you.
the and
In
it'll be in the
addition
description.
to the blog, there is a TikTok. Again, I haven't touched it in a while,
Ooh.
but there is a
Okay.
TikTok. Um, that is also, I know for certain, Omar Galavant.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, I think those are the ways to connect with me travel wise. But yeah,
yay.
both the blog and TikTok will be coming back. I just need to get back into the groove of everything.
To the groove. Ah, that's it. Take your time, my dear. I understand.
Thank
I
you,
understand. But you know,
thank
when you're back, we'll be there. We'll be there to welcome
thank
you
you,
back.
thank you. I'm
So
excited.
thank you so much, and thank you all for listening. I hope you learned something new and
Thank
that you're excited. And yeah, so feel free to like, share, subscribe, reach out to
you.
Elina as you wish, and also please leave a review for this podcast. We would love that. Let us know. You know, 5 star, 5 star. But you know, we take feedback as well.
Positive
But
feedback,
yes, thank you.
constructive feedback. Thank you. A 5 star, just a cheeky 5 star. It doesn't cost you anything to 5 star. And
It
thumbs up
doesn't.
and
See,
repost whilst you're
thank
there.
you.
Mm,
Thank
Just
you. Thank God
put a
bless
small
you.
smiley face in the comment section. It doesn't cost you
Thank,
anything. It's free.
I
In
love it. See, I'll
fact,
do my work for me.
even
The
gay, the
best
Lord will
co-host.
bless you.
God will. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Ah,
All right. Until the next time, guys. Take good care and have a good one. Bye.
bye.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Thank you so much for listening to the Renew Your Mind podcast. I hope that this has been enriching and inspiring for you. Just before you head out, have a great one.